a difference between being alive and actually living. And most people never pause long enough to confront that distinction. You wake up, you go to work, you scroll, you eat, you sleep, and you repeat. That's existence. Biology can do that. Survival instinct can do that. But living, that requires intention and start living. I'm not talking about quitting your job tomorrow or moving across the world. I'm talking about a shift in consciousness, a deliberate decision to move from passive participation in your life to active authorship of it. Because whether you realize it or not, you are writing a story every single day. The question is, are you writing it or is it being written for you? Psychologically, human beings crave meaning. It's not optional. Research in behavioral science shows that when people lack purpose, they experience higher levels of anxiety, depression, and dissatisfaction, even when their basic needs are met. Why? Because comfort is not fulfillment. Stability is not significance. Your mind was designed to pursue growth, contribution, mastery. When you deny that pursuit, you feel it. That restlessness you can't explain, that's unused potential. Knocking. Existing is reactive. Living is intentional. When you exist, you respond to whatever the day throws at you. Emails dictate your mood. Social media shapes your self-worth. Other people's expectations determine your decisions. You become a product of circumstance. But when you live intentionally, you reverse the power dynamic. You wake up and decide who you are going to be before the world tells you who you should be. That's philosophical as much as it is practical. Ancient thinkers argued that freedom is not the absence of constraints. It's the ability to choose your response. You may not control every event, but you absolutely control your interpretation and your effort. Living a little starts there with ownership. Let me ask you something directly. When was the last time you made a decision purely because it aligned with your values, not because it was expected of you? When was the last time you examined your habits and said, does this reflect who I want to become? That's intentional living. It's self-examination. It's discipline. It's courage. And understand this, intention is not loud. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it looks like getting up an hour earlier to work on your dream while the rest of the house sleeps. Sometimes it looks like setting boundaries with people who drain you. Sometimes it looks like saying no to temporary pleasure so you can say yes to long-term growth. Existing says, I'll start when it's convenient. Living says, I'll start because it matters. The mind defaults to efficiency. It wants the familiar route, the predictable outcome, the path of least resistance. That's how habits are formed. But growth requires friction, and friction requires awareness. If you don't consciously choose your direction, your subconscious patterns will choose it for you. That's why so many people wake up 10 years later confused about how they got where they are. They didn't decide. They drifted. Living intentionally means you stop drifting. You define your principles. You clarify your standards. You choose your circle carefully. You measure your days not by how comfortable they were, but by how aligned they were with your purpose. That alignment is powerful. It creates internal stability. When you know why you're doing something, you can endure almost any difficulty that comes with it. And here's the truth most people won't tell you. Living with intention will make you uncomfortable at first. It will expose inconsistencies. It will challenge excuses you protected for years. But that discomfort is evidence of awakening. It's proof that you are no longer asleep at the wheel. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a clear decision, a decision that your time is valuable, a decision that your energy is sacred, a decision that you refuse to let another year pass on autopilot. Because life does not reward mere presence. It rewards boldness. It rewards those who decide that their existence will carry weight. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, before you touch your phone, before you step into the noise, ask yourself one question. What kind of person am I choosing to be today? Not what tasks you'll complete, not what others expect, who you are choosing to become. That single question, asked consistently, can transform an ordinary routine into a meaningful journey. Stop breathing by default. Start moving by design. Existence is automatic. Living is intentional. The difference is a decision, and that decision is yours. Once you make the decision to live intentionally, you will immediately run into your next obstacle. Risk, because intention without action is philosophy. Intention without courage is just a nice idea. And the moment you decide to live on purpose, you will see clearly the very thing you've been avoiding. There's always something. The conversation you've postponed, the business you've researched but never launched, the application you filled out but never submitted, the version of yourself you imagine but haven't committed to becoming. Taking the risk you've been avoiding is not about recklessness. It's about alignment. It's about closing the gap between what you know and what you do. And psychologically, that gap is expensive. When your actions contradict your aspirations, it creates internal tension. You start doubting yourself. Not because you lack ability, but because you're not honoring your own convictions. Fear is not a weakness. It's a biological mechanism designed to keep you safe. But here's the problem. Your brain does not distinguish well between physical danger and social discomfort. To your nervous system, starting a business feels similar to stepping into traffic. Speaking up feels like exposure. Change feels like threat. So your mind whispers, stay where it's familiar. Stay where it's predictable. But familiar does not mean fulfilled. Philosophically speaking, growth requires uncertainty. Every meaningful transformation in human history began with someone stepping into the unknown. And on a personal level, every breakthrough in your life will demand the same thing. Not because risk guarantees success, but because avoiding risk guarantees stagnation. You already know what you should be doing. Most people do. The issue isn't information, it's courage. And courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision that something else is more important than fear. Your future, your dignity, your potential, your family, your legacy. At some point, you have to weigh the temporary discomfort of risk against the permanent weight of regret. Regret is heavy. It shows up in quiet moments. It whispers, what if? It lingers longer than failure ever does. Failure teaches, failure refines, failure strengthens. Regret just sits there, unresolved. When you avoid the risk, you protect your ego. You protect your image. You protect your comfort. But you also limit your capacity. You shrink your world to fit your anxieties. And over time, that shrinking becomes your identity. That's dangerous because the longer you wait, the more convincing your excuses become. It's not the right time. I need more preparation. Maybe next year. What you call logic is often fear in disguise. And the mind is brilliant at rationalizing avoidance. But let's be honest. You don't build confidence before you act. You build confidence by acting. Self-belief is not a prerequisite for risk. It's a result of it. Every time you step into discomfort and survive, your brain recalibrates. It learns, I can handle this. That's how resilience is formed. You want to feel unstoppable? Stop waiting for certainty. Certainty is a myth. There is no guaranteed path. There is no moment when the fear disappears completely. The only thing that changes is your threshold for discomfort. And that threshold expands only when you challenge it. You don't need to gamble your life away. You need calculate, add courage, strategic risk, thoughtful boldness, study the opportunity, prepare diligently, then move. Because analysis without execution is paralysis. And here's something powerful. When you take the risk, even if the outcome isn't what you expected, you gain something invaluable: self-respect. There's a different way you carry yourself. When you know you didn't hide, when you know you showed up, when you know you honored your vision instead of silencing it. That internal shift changes everything. You start seeing yourself as someone who acts, someone who attempts, someone who steps forward when others hesitate. And identity drives behavior. Once you believe you are bold, you behave boldly. But you have to start. Maybe for you, it's leaving an environment that's draining your spirit. Maybe it's investing in your education. Maybe it's putting your art into the world. Maybe it's having the hard conversation that could transform a relationship. Whatever it is, it's been on your mind long enough. Living a little means refusing to let fear make permanent decisions for a temporary emotion. Your comfort zone is not a sanctuary, it's a ceiling. And every day you stay beneath it, you reinforce the belief that this is all you're capable of. Break that belief. Take the step. Make the call. Submit the application. Launch the idea. Speak the truth. Because at the end of your life, the question won't be, was I safe? It will be, was I brave enough to try? And that answer is being written right now by the risks you choose to take, or the ones you continue to avoid. Once you begin living intentionally, and once you start taking the risks you've been avoiding, something inevitable happens. You feel more, not less. More. And that surprises people. They think that stepping into purpose will eliminate discomfort, that chasing growth will somehow insulate them from pain. But the truth is, when you decide to live fully, you remove the numbing agents. You stop hiding behind distraction. You stop anesthetizing yourself with routine, entertainment, and denial. And when that happens, emotion rises to the surface, pain included. We live in a culture that teaches avoidance. If it hurts, suppress it. If it's uncomfortable, escape it. If it exposes vulnerability, mask it. But psychologically, what you suppress does not disappear. It stores. Unprocessed emotion becomes tension. Tension becomes stress. Stress becomes burnout, resentment, anxiety. And then we wonder why we feel heavy without knowing why. To live a little means you allow yourself to feel a lot. That doesn't mean becoming unstable or reactive. It means becoming honest. Honest about disappointment, honest about heartbreak, honest about failure, honest about the fact that grace stretches you, and stretching can sting. Philosophically, pain is not an interruption of life. It's a component of it. Every transformation requires the death of a previous version of yourself. And loss, even when necessary, carries grief. When you outgrow environments, relationships, habits, there is friction, but that friction is evidence of evolution. The problem isn't pain. The problem is our interpretation of pain. When something goes wrong, the immediate question most people ask is, why is this happening to me? That question positions you as a victim of circumstance. A more empowering question is, what is this teaching me? That shifts you into agency. It reframes pain from punishment to instruction. Failure, for example, is emotionally uncomfortable. It challenges your identity. It confronts your competence. It exposes your limitations. But neurologically, failure is one of the most powerful teachers available. When you make a mistake, your brain engages more deeply. It recalibrates. It adds. APS. Growth accelerates through correction, not perfection. So why do we run from it? Because feeling inadequate is uncomfortable. Feeling rejected is uncomfortable. Feeling uncertain is uncomfortable. But discomfort is not destruction, it's development. Think about physical training. When you build muscle, you create microscopic tears in the tissue. That damage signals the body to rebuild stronger. Emotional resilience works the same way. Every time you endure hardship without collapsing your standards, you strengthen your character. Every time you process grief without hardening your heart, you expand your emotional capacity. But that only happens if you face it. Some of you have been strong for so long that you've confused strength with silence. You think not expressing pain makes you powerful. In reality, suppressed pain leaks. It leaks into your relationships. It leaks into your temper. It leaks into your self-doubt. True strength is not emotional numbness. It's emotional regulation. It's the ability to acknowledge what you feel without being controlled by it. Living fully means you give yourself permission to experience joy deeply. But you also give yourself permission to process hurt honestly. And here's something critical. Pain refines perspective. When you've struggled, you appreciate differently. When you've lost, you love differently. When you failed, you prepare differently. Pain strips away illusions. It forces clarity. It reveals what truly matters. That clarity is a gift, but only if you accept the lesson. You cannot build an extraordinary life while avoiding ordinary human emotion. Heartbreak will come, rejection will come, setbacks will come. The question is not whether you can prevent them, the question is whether you can integrate them. Integration means you don't let pain define you, but you do let it develop you. You don't allow it to shrink your ambition, but you allow it to sharpen your wisdom. You don't deny it, you direct it. And when you learn to do that, something powerful happens. Fear loses its grip because you realize you can survive discomfort. You can endure embarrassment. You can recover from loss. The unknown stops looking like a threat and starts looking like terrain you're equipped to navigate. That's maturity. That's depth. That's living. So stop asking for a painless path. Ask for a stronger mind. Stop praying for ease. Pray for endurance. Stop trying to avoid every storm. Learn how to stand in one, because the storm is not there to break you. It's there to build you. Feel it, face it, learn from it, then rise from it. Pain is not proof that you're failing. It's proof that you're growing. When you begin to live intentionally, when you take the risks you've been avoiding, and when you allow yourself to feel deeply, including the pain, something shifts in how you measure your life. You stop measuring it by comfort. You start measuring it by meaning. And that's where this next idea becomes critical. Create memories, not excuses. Excuses are subtle. They rarely sound dramatic. They sound reasonable. I'm too busy. Maybe later. It's not the right season. I'll do it when things calm down. But life rarely calms down. Responsibilities don't disappear. Conditions are never perfect. So what you call postponement slowly becomes a pattern, and patterns become identity. Psychologically, excuses protect the ego. They shield you from the discomfort of effort and the risk of failure. If you don't try, you can't lose. If you don't step forward, you can't be judged. But there's a hidden cost. Every excuse you repeat reinforces a narrative. I am someone who delays. I am someone who avoids. And once that narrative hardens, it shapes your future decisions without you even noticing. Memories, on the other hand, require participation. They require presence. They require courage. At the end of your life, you will not replay the days you stayed safe. You will not cherish the afternoons you chose convenience over conviction. What you will remember are the moments that demanded something from you, the risks you took, the conversations you leaned into, the experiences that stretched you beyond who you used to be. Philosophically, time is the only non-renewable resource you possess. Money can be regained, reputation can be rebuilt, skills can be relearned, but time, once spent, is irreversible. So the real question isn't whether something is easy or difficult. The question is whether it is worthy of your limited days. Creating memories doesn't mean constant adventure or dramatic change. It means choosing engagement over detachment. It means being fully present in your relationship instead of distracted. It means saying yes to growth opportunities even when they inconvenience you. It means prioritizing experiences that align with your values instead of defaulting to routine. And here's the deeper layer. Meaningful memories are often built in uncomfortable moments. The trip you almost canceled, the project that intimidated you, the honest conversation you were tempted to avoid. In real time, those moments feel heavy, but in hindsight, they become defining. Why? Because they required courage. Excuses are about self-preservation. Memories are about self-expansion. When you consistently choose excuses, your world shrinks. Your routines tighten. Your conversations become repetitive. Your environment becomes predictable. But when you choose to engage, when you say, I will show up fully, your world expands. You meet new ideas. You develop new capacities. You discover new dimensions of yourself. There's also a relational component here. The PO. PL in your life don't just need your provision, they need your presence. They need your attention. Years from now, no one will say, I'm grateful you were comfortable. They will say, I'm grateful you were there. The laughter you shared, the support you offered, the risk you took together. Those moments create emotional anchors. They define connection. And let's be honest, excuses are often rooted in fear of discomfort. You don't take the trip because it disrupts your schedule. You don't start the project because it might expose your weaknesses. You don't initiate the conversation because it might reveal vulnerability. But every time you choose avoidance, you sacrifice a potential memory. Living a little means understanding that a full life is not built on avoidance. It's built on engagement. Engagement requires energy. It requires intention. It requires you to look at your calendar and ask, does this reflect what matters to me? It requires you to examine your habits and ask, am I building stories I'll be proud of or routines I'll regret? You don't need constant excitement. You need meaningful participation. You need to step into your own life instead of observing it from a distance. Because one day, reflection will be unavoidable. There will be a moment, whether in quiet thought or late at night, when you assess the arc of your life. And in that moment, excuses will offer no comfort. Only lived experience will. So say yes when great calls. Say yes when connection matters. Say yes when your values demand action. Let your calendar reflect courage. Let your schedule reflect purpose. Let your story reflect engagement. Don't build a life you can explain. Build a life you can remember. Because in the end, you won't regret the risks that shaped you. You'll regret the excuses that shrank you. After you've made the decision to live intentionally, after you've taken the risks you've been avoiding, after you've allowed yourself to feel deeply and chosen memories over excuses, everything converges into one final truth. Live today like it matters, because it does. This is where everything becomes real. It's easy to talk about purpose in theory. It's easy to promise yourself that one day you'll execute. One day you'll commit. One day you'll become disciplined, courageous, fully present. But one day is the most dangerous phrase in the human vocabulary. It creates the illusion of intention without demanding immediate responsibility. Psychologically, the mind loves the future because the future is safe. In the future, you're braver. In the future, you're more prepared. In the future, conditions are perfect. But the future is a concept. Action only exists in the present. And here's the philosophical tension. Life can only be lived forward, but it can only be understood backward. You will not know the full significance of today until years from now. The conversation you're hesitant to have, the opportunity, why you're debating, the discipline you're resisting. These small decisions feel ordinary in the moment, but they compound. And compounded decisions become destiny. Most people underestimate the power of a single day because a single day feels small, but identity is shaped daily. Confidence is built daily. Regret is accumulated daily. The trajectory of your life is not determined by one dramatic leap. It is determined by repeated daily choices. So when I say live today like it matters, I'm not speaking in poetry. I'm speaking in practicality. Today is where you tell the truth instead of staying silent. Today is where you begin the habit instead of postponing it. Today is where you forgive instead of carrying resentment. Today is where you train your mind instead of feeding distraction. We assume we have time. Statistically, we might. But certainty is never guaranteed. And even if you live a long life, you do not get unlimited, focused, energetic, mentally sharp years. Your energy shifts. Your priorities shift. Your opportunities shift. So the real question becomes, why wait? Waiting feels responsible. It feels cautious. It feels mature. But often, waiting is simply fear disguised as strategy. You don't need 10 more books before you start. You don't need universal approval before you move. You don't need perfect clarity before you act. Clarity often follows commitment, not the other way around. Living today with urgency is not about recklessness. It's about awareness. Awareness that your words carry weight. Awareness that your habits are shaping your future self. Awareness that the people around you are affected by your presence or your absence. And understand this. Postponing joy is just as dangerous as postponing ambition. Some of you are disciplined but disconnected. You chase goals but neglect gratitude. You plan relentlessly but rarely pause to appreciate. Living fully means you pursue excellence and embrace appreciation. Simultaneously, call the person you love. Express the gratitude you've been holding back. Take care of your body, not because you fear aging, but because you respect your potential. Show up fully in conversations instead of multitasking your attention away. These are not dramatic acts, but they are defining ones. Time does not slow down for indecision. It moves with or without your participation. The tragedy is not failure. The tragedy is passivity. The tragedy is looking back and realizing you were physically present but emotionally disengaged. That you had ideas but never executed. That you had love but rarely expressed it. That you had dreams but constantly delayed them. Today is not insignificant, it is foundational. If you string together enough intentional days, you build an intentional life. If you stack enough disciplined mornings, you build unstoppable momentum. If you make enough courageous choices in the present, the future begins to bend in your direction. Stop treating today like a rehearsal. There is no practice round. There is no alternate timeline where you get to redo this exact moment with greater bravery. This is it. And here's the empowering part. That means you don't need to overhaul your entire life tonight. You need to make one aligned decision, one disciplined choice, one courageous action, and then repeat that tomorrow. Small, intentional acts, executed consistently, create extraordinary outcomes. So speak now, start now, commit now, forgive now, build now, because the only time you will ever truly possess is this one. And how you use it will echo longer than you think. One day or day one. The choice is yours.